When my parents moved to Canada in '65, I don't know how thick my dad's Indian accent was, but it never got thinner. My dad had the ability to make everything sound Indian. When I say everything, never mind words. Any immigrant could words. My dad would up sounds. Regular sounds. He would make them sound Indian. One time my dad's car broke down. He called me and goes, "Son, the car has broken down." I go, "What happened?" "I don't know." "Well, what were you doing?" "Obviously, I was driving." "Then, I was not driving." I go, "But what's wrong with your car?" "If I knew that, I'd be a mechanic." What the f*** is a mechanic? The bastard that fixes the car. You mean mechanic? Don't be stupid, there's no K in it. I knew how to wind my dad up, right? So I'd be like, "Well, what were you doing? Like, right before your car broke down?" "I was making the turn." You were making the turn? Do we live in a city with just one turn? What do you mean you were making the turn? "I was making the turn." So you were out there creating turns? "I never created the turn was there, I was making it." So the turn was already made. "It was not made because I had not made it yet." So you were actually making, the turn was made, I was remaking it. So you remade it. "Don't you bastard, dude! You bastard bitch!" You ever want to get an Indian upset? Tell them they did something illegal. "Dad, was this legal?" "Of course it was legal! It was totally legal! I was at an intersection. I put on my indicator." "Did your indicator work?" "Of course it was working. It was working just fine." And this is where my dad screws up the sound. "It was working just fine. Doctor, 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 doctor." What the f*** is that noise? That's the indicator. Doctor, 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 doctor. Why does your indicator have an accent? You know it's not an indicator. Shouldn't it be going... That's what it's doing. What are you hearing? Doctor, 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 doctor. All right, then what happened? Then I proceeded to make the turn. Suddenly, the engine went... Gada, 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 gada. Wait a second. Your engine went gada, 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 gada. So you're telling me that your indicator went doctor, 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 and then your engine went gada, 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 gada. Right. Dad, your car is an illegal immigrant.
You're Jewish, right? It's clear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the gave it away. You look like you were circumcised twice. You know what I mean? Just well, good to see you, buddy. Is that your wife with you? No, the lady beside you. No, your what? Friend. I gotcha. How are you guys friends? How long you been friendly for? Where are you from, Bert? Toronto. Oh, wow, okay. And you too? St. Louis. Oh, yeah, that's definitely different. And what are you doing out here? You work for, what do you do at the hospital? You handle complaints? This is the Chinese version of outsourcing. This is... It makes total sense. See, in North America, they'll handle the complaint department. They'll give you somebody who doesn't speak English. And over here, they give you that someone who doesn't speak Mandarin. Okay, I'll take note of that. I love the way Mandarin sounds. It's so good. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you gave somebody like really like a steak, and they're trying to be polite while they're eating it. How's the steak? Oh, sure. so good. What are you doing out here, Bert? You're in supermarket trolleys? Well, get the out of them. You're too big. Here. You make supermarket trolleys? Well, you don't. I mean, they do, but, well, good to see you, buddy. Mauritius guy, good to see you. Just an Indian guy from Mauritius, aren't you? Just a fucking French-speaking Indian, that's all you are. You're a Frindian. And white guy here, how are you, sir? It's nice, I'm glad the minorities came out. Is that your wife with you? Oh, yeah. You too, sir, huh? It's funny because you see all the white guys with Chinese women, and then, they didn't come out here for white people, so that's why they, worked out well, How long you been living here, sir? 20 years. What's your name? Dan Brady. All right, I don't need the full name, Dan. He's like, Dan Brady. And what do you do, Dan? Independently wealthy? As opposed to sharing it with somebody else? What the I, too, am independently wealthy, Dan. I don't share it with nobody. Nice. And how long have you been married for? Oh, you're just friends. Oh, okay. That's how you stay independently wealthy. What's your name, sir? Andrew, where are you from? Malta. Oh, wow. So you're almost Italian and you're almost Libyan. Your language sounds like Arabic, though, right? Almost? Yeah. And you live here now? For work? Work trip to Stockholm? What do you work for? Hockey team? iGaming? The fuck is that? I looked at the Asian guy. I was like... iGaming sounds like a statement from a homosexual Chinese person. iGaming! I am Ming, and I am gay! iGaming! Fucking Sydney! Give it up for starting from scratch and DJ Spinbad, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you guys know, that's actually what DJs are supposed to do. You see how they were DJing and they weren't looking at you? Because they were fucking DJing. I know a lot of you spend money to go see these so-called DJs that stand there in big arenas like this and their arms are in the air. They better be DJing with their dick right now, that's all I'm saying, because if your arms are in the air, who the fuck is playing the music? That's like you spending money to come see me, and then I put on a DVD and go. Stand there making hand hearts. It's good to be back here. How are you, buddy? I can't tell if you're white or not. It's not that easy anymore, you know? Back in the day, when you see a white person, you knew they were white immediately. When I was a kid, if I saw a white person, I didn't have to ask. If I was like, are you white? They'd be like, what the fuck else would I be? But now you need to confirm. What are you, sir? Are you white? Even you hesitated. You had to go through your own lineage. You're like, apparently I am, yes. Because you're not regular white. You got like hairy immigrant arms. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a shot of those. You get those? You're missing the arm cue. It's right there. Oh, look at that thing. Jesus, That's not proper white, buddy. I don't know. That's Italian or Greek or something. I don't know what's going on there. Where are your parents from?
UK.
UK. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's pretty white. That, in fact, is the benchmark. That you are one hairy Englishman. I'll tell you that. Fee fi fo fum. I smell the hair of an Englishman. You know why you gotta ask nowadays? I was in Florida. You guys ever go to Florida in the U.S.? If you go to Florida, everybody in Florida looks like everybody in this room until they open their mouth. Spanish flies right out of their mouth. Like, not like a little bit of Spanish, like you could tell that that's all their thoughts, everything they do is in Spanish. You know how you could tell when you say hello to them? You can see your hello enter their head. You're like, hello, and you see it go, hello, equals, hola. Reply with, hello. And you know that their hello started with a J. That's the best part, you know? Hello. It's not just a greeting, it's my favorite dessert. It sucks for me. I like the Spanish language, but if you go to a place where all they do is speak Spanish and they should be speaking English, it gets annoying. Because they see the brown skin, they just assume something's going on. Everywhere I go in Florida, they're like, oye, cubano, oye, listen up there, fucking Fernando. I don't want to dance right now. First of all, we're at a gas station. This is really awkward. When I told the guy, I go, oh, I don't speak Spanish. He goes, what kind of fucking Latino don't speak Spanish? When I told the guy I wasn't Latino, he reacted like a guy who bought a hooker and found out it was a guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not Latino. What the fuck are you? Pointed at my dick when he did it. Just, what the fuck is that? I like Spanish. It just gets annoying when everybody's speaking it to you. Everybody, hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola. I got annoyed. I was getting fed up. I walked into a store. I saw an Indian guy with a turban. I got all excited. I was like, thank God, my people. I go, how you doing, man? He goes, hola. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Can't speak Spanish with Indian head motions. It doesn't work like that. ¿Qué pasó? Been traveling a lot on this tour. That's the fun thing about being on the road, is going to countries I'd never been to. I was in Thailand. I know a lot of you have been to Thailand. It's not far from here. I like how a lot of you don't want to admit you've been to Thailand, because you're fucking perverts. That's why. Thailand's great. When I go to countries I've never been to, you know what I like to do? I like to experience what they're famous for. Not ladyboys, you filthy pirates, all right? I was in Bangkok. It doesn't, you know what's funny about Bangkok? It doesn't matter how old you get. When you hear Bangkok, you'll giggle every time. 42 years old, I'm like, Bangkok. Because you start thinking about the origin of names, right? And you start trying to figure out how they came up with that name, like they were having a meeting in Thailand. They were like, we need a name for the city. Okay, quick lunch break, we come back. What happened? Bangkok. Kind of makes you wonder how they came up with the name for the island of Phuket. You know what I mean? What do you want to call that island? I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. Just. I went to when I was in Bangkok. I went for a Thai massage. That's what else they're famous for. Just so you guys know, if you go to Thailand, you want a Thai massage, just say you want a massage, not a Thai massage, because they understand that it's already Thailand. But I didn't know. One of my friends was telling me about the Thai massages. It's actually customary over there for the lady giving you the massage to not shoot dice. I mean, finish you off. And I was like, well, all right. And I just out of curiosity, I was like, well, why do they do that? Not that I'm opposed to it, I just want to know why. And he goes, oh, because, you know, they give you this great massage, and you're relaxed all over your whole body, except for dead center. You're stiff. And then he's like, well, when is a man most relaxed? Right after, right? And then you add a great massage onto that, and you're just fucking jello when you leave. You can tell who's at a massage. Everybody walking through the streets of Bangkok. Hey, is he hammered? No, he had a great massage. So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So I went for my massage, and just my luck, I'm not making this up, just my luck, when I was there, they had just passed a law saying that these women weren't allowed to, they were no longer allowed to finish you off with their hands. And they weren't going to start blowing everybody, it's not that kind of party, you know what I mean? Because even when they do finish you off with their hands, it's not done like, you know, outside of Thailand. Like, over here it'll be considered dirty. Everyone's, hey man, you want to go to rub and tug? You know, it's like, it always has that gross undertone to it. Like, you go to a rub and tug and the lady's talking shit to you. Oh, so big, you know, and she's taking her time, and, you know. Not over there, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It's just like, you know, to relax you. So they've got it down to like 2 pumps, and like, ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care how big, how small. They're like, just ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen when I go for my massage. So I go, what happens? He goes, I don't know. I go, well, you're going to find out. And I go, all right. I go, will they still finish me off? Probably, but I don't know how. I go, all right, great. So I go for my massage. This cute little Thai lady, she gives me this great massage down my back, down my legs, down my feet, up my legs, up my chest, and then she gets to my hog. And I know something's going to happen, right? But I don't know what, so I just tilt my head back and relax, right? And I feel a wonderful sensation on my wiener. And I'm thinking maybe she's doing the old, you know, like the elbow crease. I don't know, like, I say the old like it's a move or something, but like, I mean, I've never had a girl go, ooh, you like that? No, I don't know, right? I'm just saying. I'm thinking maybe she's doing it with her feet, which I like, you know what I mean? I like women's feet, that works for me, right? So I'm like, I feel this great sensation, so my curious side wants to see what's happening. So I look up, and I swear to God, she's doing this. She's giving me the best wrist job I've ever had in my life. Like, I didn't know you could do that with a wrist. I went back to my hotel room that night because it felt so good. I thought I'd give it a shot, you know? Just sitting at the edge of my bed, I'm like, all right. Just a note, fellas, if you're going to try this tonight, take your watch off. That's all I'm saying. Don't be the reason you have a Bangkok. I was in the Middle East. Where are the Arabs at tonight? Arabs? So it's a lot of Arabs. It's a dangerous amount. What style of Arab are you guys here? A lot of ice! What the fuck is Lebanese? Is that some sort of hamburger topping that I don't know about?
Yeah, mate, how you going? Let me get a hamburger.
That's my impression of you guys. I don't know what the fucking... It makes me laugh.
Hey, how you going, mate? No worries. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Are you a particularly high-strung bunch of people that you have to tell everybody, no worries, stop worrying, mate, all right? Are you worried? Because no worries, all right, yeah. I always feel like I should shove carrots in your mouth when you're talking to me.
Hey, how you going, mate? No worries.
I'm not worried.
You shouldn't be.
Crikey. Lebanese. Let me get the ketchup and some Lebanese on that, please. Oh, what's Lebanese? It's lemon and mayonnaise. It's, why don't they call it lemonade? Lebanese sounds better. My Lebanese friends, ever gone back to Beirut? Let me tell you something. I've partied all over the world. And by far, without trying to suck up to you guys, because I'm scared. But out of all the places I've been to in the world, Beirut parties like you've never seen before. Like they literally party like there's no tomorrow. There could very well be over there, you know what I mean? You've never seen chain smoking. Like you go to Beirut, you see to us, chain smokers light up a cigarette, finish, and throw it on the ground and start another one. Lebanon, 3 at a time. Literally, one this hand, and like one of those fake blue ones for safety. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, aren't you worried about getting cancer? I will never die of cancer. Do you have the cure? The Yehudis will kill me well before the cancer can. I don't have to worry about that cancer. Cancer, AIDS, no disease will get me. Don't worry. I know what the problem is in the Middle East. My Arab friends, listen up. Here's how to start change over there. Here's what the first problem is. Arab men will never say, no, I don't know. They will never say no, and they will never admit to not knowing something. It somehow emasculates an Arab man to not know something. It doesn't matter what it is. If he doesn't know, he'll make up a story. And he will yell it at you. Doesn't matter what you ask him. It could be something as simple as, hey, do you know how to make a cake? Because, yes, of course. Everybody knows how to make cake. Really? Because I don't know how to make a cake. Could you show me? Yes. You know how you could tell when an Arab guy's lying? He'll start his answer off with, okay. That's the fucking tip-off. When you know he's lying, right then. Because I'm like, really? I don't know how to make a cake. How do you make a cake? Okay. First, you get cake. Then you make it for 20 minutes. Then you have cake. Are you sure? Because I don't think that's how you make cake. That is the only way to make cake. They've been making cake like that since the beginning of time. I'm like, all right, don't get crazy. I'm just asking. It's true. It doesn't matter what you ask them. If they don't know, they will make up a story. And this really happened to me last year. I was in Dubai. I was in Bloomingdale's, the department store, the American department store. So clearly, there's a problem with the Jews and the Arabs. So I'm in Bloomingdale's. I'm looking to leave the store. I'm looking for an escalator. I see a security guy standing there. I walk up and I go, hi, is there an escalator in here? Yes. Do you know where it is? Yes, of course. Do you think you could tell me where it is? Yes. Fucking tell me then, right? Okay. Put your phone down, tits. What's wrong with you? What's with you guys on the phones? Put it down, Dumbo. Remember that whole thing where like put the phones down? Do we have to put the instructions together like it's IKEA or some shit? You guys were late, sorta. Show started literally 50 minutes late, and you were still late. This is why the Swedish didn't want you guys in the country. This is why. It's funny because when I look out at the crowd, I'm like, I'm in Sweden, right? Doesn't look like a lot of Bjorns in here, is all I'm trying to say. Bourrier, are you here, Bourrier? No, but Borgi is here, Borgi. Are you Swedish, sir? No, what the I even pointed out what was seemingly a white man, and who is Swedish? Are you Swedish, sweetheart? You look... No? What are you? British. Why do you say it like I'm supposed to know? British. I mean, what else would I be? Well, at least the British arrogance carries on over here. That's nice. That's British. Bloody hell. Any Italian people in the house tonight? Italians? Are you real Italian or are you like a New York Italian? In New York, that's not fucking real Italian, you know. You what? Your parents are from Italy, so do you speak Italian? Oh, well then you're a real Italian. As long as you speak Italian, to me, you're a real Italian. Because you meet a lot of people in New York that are Italian, but don't speak a fucking word of Italian. But they act more Italian than the actual Italians do. I was standing in Manhattan, I was standing right in Times Square the other day, and this Italian dude walked past me. He had what I thought was like an Indian girl. Looked like an Indian girl. And they walked past me. I was just standing there chilling. Times Square, you can just stand there and look at shit. So they walked past, and I didn't check out his girl. All I did was this. They walked past. I was like, it's an Indian thing. The minute Indian people see another Indian person, we're like, I thought I was the only one. That's the bubble we live in. But I didn't gawk. They walked by and I just did this. And I just continued looking at whatever, nothing. I was just looking at Times Square. You're just fucking looking at shit. And I don't know how this dude saw me. But all of a sudden behind me I hear, "Hey!" And it's Times Square, so you don't pay attention to every A that you hear. So I'm just, "Hey! Hey, dick face!" I was like, dick face? I want to see who this dick face is. I'm like, that's very close to my fuck face. What is I mean, if this is a fuck face, what's a dick face? I don't know what a dick face is. I don't know what a dick face is. So I want to see. Where is this dick face? He goes, "Hey, dick face!" And I go, and he goes, "Yeah, you." I'm like, "I'm dick face?" Where the fuck do you get the balls to look at my girl? Because this is what they do is when they get angry, they'll ask you a question, and it's a really fucked up question. And it's a rhetorical question, to be honest with you. But they ask you like you're supposed to answer. They wait for you to answer. Where the fuck? Let me ask you a question. Where the fuck? Where the fuck do you get the balls to look at my girl? Where? And I'm like, what? Where? Show me. Why don't you fucking show me? Take me to the fucking store where you got the balls to look at my girl. Where? Where the fuck did you get the fucking balls? Where? And I panicked, right? I'm like, Costco. Got a jar. This happens to me more often than not now at my age. I'm 45. I'll be 46 this year. And, after 40, it's a completely different life. How old are you, Omar? 33. Yeah, you don't know yet. Let me tell you something, Omar. Like, say you're 39 today and then 40 tomorrow. It's a completely different life you lead. It's like a warranty on a car. Well, the minute you hit 100,000, the transmission falls out. That's what happens. The minute you hit 40, shit breaks out of nowhere. Like, you have to listen to your body after 40. You can't just ignore what your body tells you. When you're young, 33, if I was like, yeah, I'm going to jump off the stage. If I was 33, I'd be like, oh, don't do it. But then I jump, and then my body would be like, all right, fine. You're 33, you can jump off the stage. But 45, fuck that. If I was like, I'm going to jump off the stage, my legs would break before I hit the ground. Your body goes, fuck you, asshole. You know, after 40, man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. When I turned 40, this guy came in and goes, hey, Russell, now that you're 40, remember this. 2 things. After 40, never waste a hard-on and never trust a fart. And the trusting a fart thing is so much more important than you think. Trusting a fart, like when you're young, you can fart for, you're 33, you can just walk around, fromp, 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 fromp. Hey guys, did you hear about the fromp? And then you just keep it fromp, 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 fromp. You could have little fart games if you want. Did they pull my fromp? And then after 40, you don't have the fart freedom that you had before that. After 40, you fart in sections, just you let little bits out at a time. Because you want to make sure it's air. You want to feel it the whole way. Air, 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 air. The minute you feel too much heat, abort. Abort mission. Abort mission. This is not a test. Where are the Arabs at tonight? Arabs in the house? Where are you? All strategically placed, I see. That's no accident, huh? All in the center. If this way we all go boom in the middle over, everything is... What kind of Arab are you, bro? Moroccan? And Iraq? Just Iraq? So not Moroccan. You're Iraqi. I've been to Iraq, obviously, to perform, but obviously not for, the Iraqis. It's not a very, comedy-filled place, It's not like there's comedy clubs in Iraq, like, welcome to Saddam's jihad hut. It's not like, our comedy is the bomb. Watch us explode with laughter. So you're Iraqi, what are you guys over there? Kuwait. Saudi. Is it Saudi or Saudi? Because I did shows in Bahrain once, and there was Saudi people in the audience, and I go, oh, where are you from? The guy goes, Saudi! And I thought he hiccuped or something while he was saying Saudi. I thought he was like, Saudi, but like, I go, what did you say? He goes, Saudi! And I go, what the fuck? And I asked somebody after, I go, why does he sing Saudi? And they go, that is actually the correct way of saying Saudi. It's Saudi. I go, so do I drive an Audi or an Audi? What am I driving? I always have fun in the Middle East. I always have a good time. My white friends, have you gone to the Middle East at all? No, you should go check it out. I like that. You shaved your head, but you kept a unibrow. That's very cool. That's pretty insane looking that thing. Look at that. Well, I was going bold, but if I had hair, it would come down to here, wouldn't it? You should go check out the Middle East. It's not at all how the media makes the Middle East seem. You watch the news, especially the North American news, they have some sort of hard-on for the Arabs. And that whenever they show you Arab people on the news, they're always, they make them look crazy. That's the thing. Don't they, when you watch the news and you watch like CNN, don't you get mad? They just make Arabs look like they're exploding every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? They make it look like they're walking around going, yes, I'm going shopping. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to blow up. Okay, well, I'll see you in paradise. Okay? Hey, save me a virgin. I'm kidding. You earned them. They're yours. You go to the Middle East, very friendly people. I always have fun with the Arabs. They're actually very nice. They're rich as shit. The ones I've seen, and you know what I'm talking about, Saudi guy. He's like, I know I'm very rich. It's okay, but... And like Arab rich, brown guy. Arab rich, very different than anybody else's rich. I may be considered American rich. That's cute to Arabs. Like American rich, I have $10 million. Arab rich, I don't know which pants I put the $10 million in. I don't... Oh, there, maybe in the wash I'll find it one day. I don't know. Their rich is different. They keep trying to sell us different places on the news, too. They They'll like shit all over the Middle East, but then they'll keep trying to sell Dubai to us. You know what I mean? You're Indian, right? Yeah, don't clap for Dubai then, because first of all, they won't let you have citizenship even if you're born there. Second of all, they treat us like shit. Listen, let's be honest. You go to the Middle East, Indians are the Mexicans of the Middle East. That's what we are. We build everything for them over there. All those fancy buildings they have, we fucking built. And I don't know what part of India they went to find these Indians, but I have never seen them before. I've been to India, north, south, east, west, the whole place, and I never saw these Indians. They bought an entire race of Indians that doesn't exist in India anymore. I swear to God, I went to Dubai, I went to a construction site, little Indian, like this big, full-grown men. Not midgets, just short and scrawny. And I was like, where did you find them? We bought all of them. They were very cheap. We took, how much? Give me the whole race, I'll take it. I have something I need built, so. And I'm not making this up. I went to a construction site, a full-on proper construction site with cranes and tractors, and there's these little Indian guys. I swear to God, the guy was wearing a wife beater, a tank top, boxer shorts, flip-flops, and a hard hat. I go, you got a hard hat, where's your steel-toe boots? He goes, you see, we could only have one or the other. I have 10 toes. I only have one head. Protect your head. So you're good with the computers, Anusha. See, you should be, because you're 22? Yeah, that's what you better be good on a computer. Do you realize the internet's been around for 21 years, which means you've had internet your entire life. I'm horrible on a computer. You know how bad it is for an Indian guy to say he's not good on a computer? That's like a black guy saying he has no rhythm. It doesn't make any sense. When the internet started, I was 24. It was too late. My friend's like, Russell, you're going to get on the internet? I'm like, just go without me. I'm only going to slow you down. I'm horrible on a computer. You know, it's easier for me to tell you what I can do than what I can't do. Here's what I can do on a computer. I can stream and I can download. That's all you need, really. You stream, you download music. That's all you need. I think if you're downloading your way to attach to the you should be in a relationship. I don't know how to upload. That's the whole sentence. I genuinely, like, I can do it from my phone. Like, I could do the Instagram and Twitter and that because it's easy. It's like, next, add caption, share. But on my computer, no chance. One of my friends was listening to my iTunes and he goes, yo, that's a sick mix. Send me that. And I go, okay. So you know what I did? I went to the store and I bought one of those USB sticks because I know how to do that. You get the USB stick, you stick it inside of your laptop, drag the music in, you eject it. I could do that. I see my friend, I acted like I was from the future. I go, hey man, remember that mix you wanted? Yeah, it's right here. He just goes, cool, thanks. Hey, why don't you just put it in Dropbox? Why don't you go f*** yourself? Why don't you stop judging me? What, don't you have Dropbox? Yeah, I have Dropbox. Yeah, don't you know it works? You just drag it in. I know you just drag it in there. I don't know how to get it out of Dropbox. You ever put anything in Dropbox? How the f*** does it come out? Is there another app called Box that I need or something? I would never go to an Indian guy that became a doctor. Especially one that was born and raised in this part of the world. Fuck that. Because if you were born and raised here, you had real dreams, and it was never to become a doctor. Let's be honest. I would go to an Indian woman that became a doctor, because when an Indian woman becomes a doctor, that means she really wanted to be a doctor. Because even her parents are like, sweetie, you don't have to become a doctor. You can just marry a doctor. And she's like, fuck you, I want to be a doctor. I need that kind of determination from my doctor, you know? You had dreams when you were 14 years old, right, Sandeep? And it wasn't to be a doctor. That's not what a 14-year-old dreams about. A 14-year-old has dreams that are ridiculous. That your dream at 14 should never be logical. It should just be the dumbest shit you're doing at 14. I'll tell you what my dream was when I was 14. It wasn't to be a comedian. I didn't even know this job existed. My dream at 14, it'll make you feel better about whatever your dream was. My dream at 14, here's what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life. I thought I wanted to be a dancer. All right, first of all, fuck you, all right? Second of all, I'm not a stripper. I was a break dancer, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit forever. Not a realistic goal, though. What was your dream when you were a 14-year-old boy growing up on the mean streets of Mississauga? Sandeep? Now be honest, don't make no bullshit up. Huh? A musician. Did you play any instruments? Oh, well, good, that's a good start. I always have Indian guys, yell out shit that they never did. I wanted to be in the NBA. Did you play basketball? Not once. I just love giant black men. Just... What instrument did you play? Guitar. You good? You still throw down on it? Yeah? So you wanted to be a musician. I know what happened. Tell me if I'm right. You're about 17, 18 years old. You're sitting in your room, playing with your guitar. And your mom walked in. You were thinking, I'm going to be a musician. Your mom walked in and went, Sandu. Because that's all you need to do for an Indian nickname. All you need is add 2 O's to whatever you want the nickname to be. Sandu, like, look, Edward. Edwu. Well, that could be your name, Edwu. Sorry, that didn't work, because he might very well be an Edwu. Your mom walks in, Sandu. You're going to college? Why don't you become a doctor? And you were like, what's wrong with your face? If you become a doctor, you can fix it. So you put your guitar down and picked up stethoscope, and it was all over after that. That's why I could never go to you. I don't want my doctor to have had other dreams about being something else. My doctor in America is going to be a black guy from the hood, who grew up with every disadvantaged real hood, like in the hood, like where people were like, yo, cuz, let's go kill some motherfuckers today. I want my doctor to be the guy that said, no, man, I'm gonna be a doctor. And everybody in the hood was like, ain't nobody fuck with DeVaro. He gonna be a doctor and shit. That's how I know I got the right doctor, because he'll say, and shit, at the end of sentences. He'll look pissed off when I walk into the doctor's office. That's the doctor I want. I'm Mr. Peters. Seems your nasal passage is inflamed and shit. Did you fill out this little bitch-ass prescription? Holla at me tomorrow, motherfucker. That's the right doctor for me. I don't want my doctor to be some bratty Indian kid who grew up in Mississauga. Halfway through an operation, he just goes, fuck this shit. I want to play guitar. And he... I'm finding as I get older, I'm getting more and more irritated by young people. And I know it's not fair to young people, but when I meet millennials and Gen Z people, I don't like them. They irritate me. And, it's not fair, though, because I realize what's not fair about it is I remember being in my early 20s, and some dude in his 50s came up to me and was like, your generation sucks. Your music is trash. You haven't contributed to this world. I can't wait for life to kick you in the nuts. And I remember looking at him thinking, you old prick. You're just mad because you're old. And you forgot how to enjoy life and have fun. When I get into my 50s, I'll never be like you. Well, here I am. It's not that I want to be like this with young people. With the young people here, how old are you, sweetheart? 32, yeah, you're right at the cusp of the problem. The way I work it is if you're younger than my career, you're the problem. And my career is 33, so unfortunately, you're the tail end of the problem, but you're still a part of the problem. You know what I mean? You look young, sweetheart. How old are you? 26. Yeah, that's full problem right there. That's, they don't even realize they're the problem. That's your mom beside you? Mom, you know what I'm talking about. How old are you, Mom? My age? How old? Old? Can't be that old. She's 26. Hello? Oh my God, your mom's so old she can't hear anymore. That's terrible. Oh, really? Yeah, 63? You look great for 63. Yeah. Yeah, generally Indian women fall apart. You did great. Good, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you look good. Yeah, we don't usually hold up like that, so congrats. That's good job. It's your daughter keeping you young. Is that what it is? Yeah, be careful with that. Hey, you're fucking Russell Oliver. Nice. That's a weird thing to walk out and go, what the fuck? Cause I'm the cash man. The Jews are smart. They know to buy your gold. Who's that with you? Is that a friend of yours, or did you buy that guy? What did you? Yeah. I like that they put a Muslim family right beside you. That actually makes me happier than it makes you. Asian guy, how are you? Good. You're looking very anime. What style? You Filipino? Chinese? Oh, that's the main kind of Asian. That's the one they make the most of. You can pick them up fairly cheap. They're reasonably priced. What's your name? I'll do the jokes now. You doing comedy is like watching, well, you drive. Cause I'm the cash man. Hey, Russell, you know what I want to tell you? Fuck Harold the jewelry buyer. Fuck him. That's what I want to tell you. Is that your wife or your girlfriend? Or?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend. That's how long you been together for?
A couple of years.
Couple of years. You're probably you thinking about locking her down, or you're just gonna waste her time, English guys. Why are you sweating right now? For no reason. She seems like a lovely lady, and you seem to still like each other, you know. Look at them. They're engaged. They've been together 4 years. They're still holding hands, huh? Look at that. That's cute.
Must be the t-shirt.
It is the t-shirt. She's not grabbing his meat. She's holding his hand. You know what I mean? She's not like this, oh, Peter. You know, she's not. Just holding his hand, you know. Who has kids? You have kids, sir? Older guy? How are you? I mean, older with respect, not like, oh, fucking old. I mean, you're obviously older than me, unless you just aged horribly. You know what I mean? But what's your name, sir? Al. Al. And who are you here with, Al? Your family?
Yep.
Is any of those your kids?
My wife and my son.
Your wife and your son?
And daughter.
And daughter or daughter-in-law? Which one? I go, daughter or daughter-in-law? Goes, yep. It's your wife, son? Hello? Bastard, hello. He's fucking looking at me, and he's like... This isn't YouTube. I'm not buffering right now. I'm talking right to you. Is that your only child, Al? Yeah, you like him? It's good, right? How old are you, buddy? 26. What are you so shifty-eyed for? That would have been great if you weren't chubby when you did that, you know what I mean? It was like, and then a big sweat stain right there. Great, that's going to be on film forever. When you're your dad's age, you go, what the fuck was I thinking? How old are you, Dad?
62.
62. You look great for 62. You look like shit for 42, but you do. You look good for 62. I wasn't expecting 62. That's good. And were you in the room when he was born? Yep. Let me tell you something, guys. If you ever have kids, when your wife goes into labor, do your best to not be there. Like, be in the vicinity. You could be in the hospital, you know. You can make her think you're in the room, like, you know, do some sort of voice note on your phone and push, honey, push, and then hit repeat and loop, and then. But when she's giving birth, don't go in that room, because women get crazy when they're giving birth. They say the meanest shit to you, don't they? Because they're in pain. They feel that pain, and then they start thinking, you're the fucking reason for this pain. I hate you with everything in me right now. They just get mean, don't they? Here's the problem, is that women think that men don't think that giving birth hurts. Of course it hurts. It has to hurt. I've had shits that hurt. I can only imagine. How much worse it would hurt when you're squeezing a human out of you. But that's part of the deal, ladies, and I'm not trying to downplay how painful it is. It's extreme pain. I can only imagine, you know? But the positive side to the pain of giving birth is that it's physical pain, which means it'll go away eventually. 6-7 weeks later, your vagina will snap back together. You'll forget all about it. You'll be walking around, you'll stub your toe, you'll be like, ow, my toe! You'll be like, what about your vagina? Fuck that, my toe hurts. Physical pain is the best pain you could hope for. I used to box, and I would get black eyes and headaches, but after a couple of days it would go away. I'm not comparing boxing to your box. I'm just saying that physical pain goes away, you know? Because when you're giving birth, all you really need to do, ladies, is lean back and focus. Focus on squeezing this person out of you. You don't have to see what we saw in that fucking room. We can't unsee it. 6-7 weeks later, your vagina's okay. The rest of my life is fucked. It's been 26 years. You think Al's forgotten? He's not forgotten shit. I'm scared to go down on chicks to this day. It's been 2 years. I'm scared. I'm jabbing my way in. I'm like... It's the worst thing you could ever see, isn't it, Al? It's like watching your favorite restaurant burn down. I mean, they'll rebuild it, you know. But I'm not eating there again. Fuck that, you know. That menu's different. They've done all kinds of things. They put a drive-thru in there now. Mexicans working in the back. Is he a good kid, Al? Absolutely. Was he a smart child? He was always. Your dad really loves you, dude. Because my dad would be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like that. Either your dad either he loves you a lot or he can't stand you and he doesn't want us to know. You know what I mean? Any dads will say, well, this guy's a fucking idiot. Do you love him? Of course I love him. That's my child. But what a fucking idiot. An absolute idiot. My daughter's pretty smart. I'm impressed by her. She's only 2 and she's already speaking Spanish and English, which is impressive to me. I wanted her to learn Spanish first because, first of all, she's half Latina and we live in California, so, you know, I want her to at least know the language of California. Spanish is a very helpful language in California. I mean, you go to a restaurant, you want your car back from valet, you want to know like what to say, you know what I mean? So you know what I did? I told my ex-wife's family, they're from Ecuador, I said, do me a favor, please only speak to the baby in Spanish. They were like, no problem. Hey, do you want us to teach her English too? Nah. I got this. Last thing I want is my daughter being born in America and sounding like an immigrant, you know? Dad, you coming over? No, sweetheart, no Jews are coming over. Not unless my agent calls. And when you do have kids, trust me on this one. Buy your children, buy your babies, buy them educational toys. Best thing you could do. Because they start learning really young. I bought my daughter this toy, and you push the color, and it says the color. It'll push it, and it'll push yellow, and it'll be like, yellow, green, blue. But the cool thing in America is all the educational toys have a switch from English to Spanish. I flicked all her toys to Spanish. Now I'm learning Spanish too. Who's thinking I am? Now when she pushes it, it goes, amarillo, verde, azul. Now I know how to say yellow, green, and blue in Spanish, but only like an opera singer. Let me tell you where this backfired on me. A few weeks ago, I was in LA. I needed some yellow paint. I went to Home Depot, and I walked in, and there was a Mexican guy working inside. Inside Home Depot. So that's progress. Thank you, Mr. Obama. And I knew he was Mexican. First of all, it's LA. Secondly, his back was facing me. He was 5'4", had a giant head. There's no neck. It looked like a rock'em sock'em robot that hadn't been punched in the stomach. And ding. He turned around. His name was Juan. You know what I mean? And Juan, and he had the little Mexico flag right there. And when I see people and I can tell what their comfort language is, I always like to try and greet them in that language for two reasons. So that way, first, they think I speak their bullshit, and that way they won't try and rip me off. And secondly, you know, it makes them feel comfortable right away. And when I do say something in your language, I try to say it the best way I can so you really believe I speak your language. But the minute you reply, I get all fucked up because I've run out of words. So I see him and I go, hola Juan, ¿cómo estamos hoy? He's like, hola. And I'm like, alrighty then. Listen, I make it look like we need to go back to English, you know, because you're at work and we need to keep it professional. So I go, I need some paint. He goes, sí, ¿qué color? I go, yellow. Sí, mira. And he holds up gray and white and shades of gray and shades of white. And I'm like, no, yellow. Sí, mira, yellow. No, Juan, that's gray and white and shades of gray and shades of white. No, just say yellow, mira, yellow. No, that's not yellow. That's fucking gray and white, Juan. Yellow, mira, yellow, ice. I don't care what your favorite song is right now. I just want yellow paint. Sí, mira, yellow, ice. I didn't know that yellow meant ice in Spanish. I didn't know that. That's not on the toy. So I get in this big argument with the guy. I'm like, no, not fucking ice, Juan. Yellow. See, mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. This is not yellow. Mira, yellow, ice. Stop saying yellow ice. I don't want yellow ice. That's disgusting, first of all. I just want yellow. Mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. Yellow. No say. Stop. Fuck. What do you say then? No say. I'm like, ugh. Amarillo. Turns out he had the same toy at home. He goes, oh, you mean yellow? I want to be strict, you know. I want to be strict with my daughter. She's only 2, so I can't really gauge how I'm going to be with her yet. I want to be like my parents, but not as crazy. Because Indian parents are a little crazy with their kids, you know. I want to be like a white parent. I love watching white people talk to their kids. White parents have this way of speaking to their children like they're humans. It's beautiful to watch, you know? But I think white parents, I can't be as lenient as a white parent, because white parents, you take it a little too far, you know? Like, you give your kids options. They're a fucking kid. They shouldn't have any options. I was in the mall the other day. I saw a white lady in the food court, and she said to her 5-year-old son, she goes, "Sweetheart, what do you want to eat for dinner?" And the kid goes, "I don't know." "Okay, well, when you figure it out, you let mommy know, and I'll make it for you, okay? I love you." She asked a 5-year-old what he wanted to eat. Not, "Do you want this or this?" What? He could have said, "I want shoes. I want to eat a pair of shoes." She would have had to make him a pair of shoes. I can't even comprehend, like, I grew up in an immigrant house. Let me tell you something. In an immigrant house, there's no dinner for the adults and dinner for the children. Mom does not care what the fucking kids like. Mom does not cook for the kids. Mom cooks for dad. And whatever dad liked is what you were eating for dinner. That's the way it worked. It doesn't matter what your dad liked, that's what you were having for dinner. It turns out my dad used to love molten hot plates of lava. I was the only 5-year-old farting fire at 5. They used to call me Dragon Ass at school. But white parents explain things to their kids, you know? They do. They take the time to do that. That's nice. Indian parents, they're the worst. If they don't want you to do something, they will make up the most insane story as to why you shouldn't do something and scare you into not ever thinking about doing it. And you don't think your parents are creative, so they're like, they couldn't be making that up. That must have happened, you know? I'll give you an example. I grew up just outside of Toronto, a small town called Brampton, and B-Town, represent. And I grew up in these townhouses, and all the driveways were attached in the townhouses. And at the edge of the driveway was a road, a major road where all the cars can drive. We were obviously not allowed to play on the road. We were only allowed to play on the driveways, for obvious reasons. Now this was the white lady next door telling her son not to play on the road. "Sweetheart, mommy doesn't want you to play on the road." "Why not?" "'Cause it's not safe." "So?" "So you could get hurt." "I don't care." "Well, I do." "So?" "If you get hurt, you'll make mommy sad. Do you want to make mommy sad?" "No." "Well, then be a good boy and play in the driveway." "Okay." "I love you." It was so good, she explained it to him. She told him why he shouldn't do it. She gave him the consequences as to what could happen. He had all the information he needed to not play on the road. And you know what? He didn't play on the road. Not my dad. This is my dad telling me the same thing. "Russell! Don't go on the road. You'll get hit by the car and you'll break apart." Not I might get hit by a car. No, I will get hit by the car. Apparently there's only one car in my neighborhood, and I was going to get hit by it, and I was going to break apart. How the fuck do you break apart? When I was a kid, I thought I was made out of Lego because I was going to break apart one day.